Patch. So what are you obsessed with?
I'm obsessed with artifice.
So how is school an obsession for you?
I'm basically always doing schoolwork, even if I probably don't have to.
Kind of the first kind of genuine sort of metaphorically inspired obsession I had was with, believe it or not, fungi.
And how do you wash your dishes?
I wash them very obsessively. I wash them pretty much directly when I'm done eating, you know, because if I don't, then I have to throw them away.
I could talk about one obsession. It's more like a hobby, actually. I like taking pictures of people while they're sleeping.
Okay, Uma, so what is your obsession?
I really like tigers.
Maybe I'm obsessed with picking fights.
Tivo said that one too.
I think my mom would concede.
And I would catalog these. I would take sketchbooks, and I would make drawings of them, and I would document where they were from, and make sport booklets of sport prints and so forth. And when I got older, I realized that this obsession, it lasted more than a year. It lasted through 4th grade, and would rear its head in later. Actually, I still have it. I still am obsessed with metaphors that fungus represents.
Well, I really like dressing up and being a little bit ostentatious. It's mostly because I've been dressing up in costumes, not on my own free will, but for a really long time. I was practically born in a costume, I think.
Definitely since middle school, I've basically always wanted to like get my stuff done on time, you know, never be behind, always like know everything for the exam, just everything, yeah.
My name is Uma, which is a Hindu goddess, and actually this particular Hindu goddess had like an affiliation with tigers. That was like her animal. She rode one actually. So I think it's pretty cool how I really, really like tigers.
Other obsessions I've had more recently are with paint, actually kind of all my life, are with paint surfaces being smooth. It shows up in my work, but it has to be the way it has to be. I can't have dust, I can't have interruptions to that, the integrity of that paint film.
I have like many pictures of my roommate sleeping in many funny positions. Actually, I think I got in trouble once because I took a picture of his ex-girlfriend sleeping in his bed while she was his ex-girlfriend, and then put it on Facebook.
That I'm obsessed with being right?
Yes.
I think you're wrong.
I'm looking up left, that means you're lying. I'm not lying. I wash my plates, my bowl, my plate, my bowl, my fork, spoon, and knife, like that kind of stuff with soap and things. And then I wash my coffee pot every day in my cup that I drink out of with vinegar. And I wash it with a paper towel because for some reason, if I wash it with the sponge, bacterial and germs will get in it. So I have to wash it with a paper towel. That's how I wash my dishes. Been since about 4th grade is illness and germs and things like that. I guess germs is more of a different thing than illness. Germs sort of happened when I came to college, because I realized that they exist everywhere, and there's no place for them. They exist literally everywhere in my head. Before that, I was afraid of being sick or ill, because I had a quote-unquote traumatic experience when I was in 4th grade. I remember that it was March 12th, it was a Saturday, 4th grade, where I woke up one morning and I threw up, because I had the stomach flu, and I hadn't had the stomach flu like since I was maybe 3 or 4 or something, and it scared me.
Yes, I'm also obsessed with rice. I've discovered the rice cooker, which is a really easy way to make rice. And so like since it's like this is just like the easiest thing to do, I just eat too much rice and I really like rice. I think I'll never get tired with rice. So yes, I'm obsessed with rice.
It was right before church, and I was like, I want to pretend like I'm a model. And so I got up onto the stairs and I did my model pose, and I tried my hardest to get my brother out of the picture, but he wouldn't do it. But I realized I had to push on anyway if I wanted that model pose.
Yeah, I saw some in the wild when I went to India, and I really don't think they can be that harmful. Like, if I were ever to meet one, I don't think it would eat me. Tiger blanket that my mom got me. I didn't pick it out, but I really, really like it. And my favorite tiger is that one, because he's like off to the side and not with the others.
Afraid that if my mom ever left, she would never come back, and I was afraid that she never knew where she was going, or my dad, like when we were driving somewhere. I was just talking to my mom about this the other day. I would constantly, obsessively ask them if they were lost or if they knew where we were going. Like, are you sure? Are you sure? And that's what happened when I was sick too. I'd ask my mom if I was sick. Are you sure I'm not sick? So I guess that's an obsession I've had.
Tendency to obsess over a particular subject matter, I think, can really aid in the level of productivity one has as the creator of something, as an engineer, as an artist, or as a designer.
I guess it led me to major in theater, so I can look at people dressed up and not acting like themselves all of the time.
It's helped me in some ways, like with what I'm going to do after I graduate, stuff like that.
Which is?
I'm going to go to grad school. So it made it probably a lot easier to get in.
They have not. They've been sort of detrimental, but when they're good, they're good. Like you get hooked on doing a certain thing, maybe like exercising or something, and if you are able to see that you're doing that and you can control it, then that's a good obsession.
Amazing.